Cruise together, it's me and you to the end. Smile, you're born again. Smile, you're born again.
certain length. One of these setups here has 12 pacos in it. Each paco will give you 13 new eggs in its lifetime, giving you either a paco fillet from 13 paco or 12 usable paco eggs because you need to replace the breeder paco plus 1 paco fillet from the dying breeder paco. Using only the 13 paco fillet with 1000 kilocalories each divided by 25 will give you 520 kilocalories per cycle per breeder paco. Of course, you can also cook the paco fillet, giving you 1600 kilocalories each, which would add up to 832 kilocalories each cycle. And what is even better and seriously hilarious, one of these little fry eggs here, check out the egg tracker, scroll down to the fry eggs, now has 3200 kilocalories. That is double the amount of a regular shovel egg with only 1/6. Even gulp fry and tropical fry also now have 3200 kilocalories, meaning that if we crack one of these eggs now and put them in the electric grill, we will have 2 kilogram of raw egg, with each kilogram of raw egg having 1600 kilograms. kilocalories, giving us 3200 complete. Both acceptable versions of a fort. Water fort giving the cozy buff for the Paco, happiness +1, giving us a happiness of 4 overall, because 8 from feeder is like this. The door will open. Once the Paco is old enough and dies, the meat will get collected, dumped inside of the conveyor loader and transported to the left side. If the Paco lays an egg, like this, the egg is collected, dumped in the conveyor loader and transported to the right side. This sensor here checks for fry egg, and only if it is a fry egg it will be dumped through this conveyor chute to the right side. Any other Pacos will be dumped to the left, because it is just easier that way. If a Paco hatches and there like this, the egg is collected, dumped in the conveyor loader and transported to the right side. This sensor here checks for fry egg, and only if it is a fry egg it will be dumped through this conveyor chute to the right side. Any other Pacos will be dumped to the left, because it is just easier that way. If a Paco hatches and there are still setups here with not enough Paco in it, the Paco will flop to the right to get to this water spot here. This makes the pathfinding easier and the Paco will flop faster to your setups. Once they drop, the door will close and we should have exactly 3 Paco. And because nothing works like it should when you record it, we do have 4 Paco. Let me show you the time lapse where this happened. We do have 2 Paco inside of our range, and it seems like we are adding exactly 1 more Paco, but it actually have been 2 Pacos. If we reverse this once again, we now know that it's been 2 synchronous Pacos flopping around, which is the thing that can happen in most designs with a Paco drop involved. There's no easy way to prevent this, but you can add another of these critter sensors, set it to count critter if above 3, so if you have too much critter, send a signal, and this signal is being sent to automated notifier. The automated notifier then zooms to the Paco farm. And if we now have 1 Paco too much, the sensor picks it up and zooms to it. So once again, grab a Paco, place it in, and there we are. And now back to how it should work if it works properly. In this setup right here to the right, we only have 2 Paco. Now the 3rd Paco dropped, the door will close, and we have the optimal amount of Paco inside of here. Every additional Paco that hatches from the left side will find its way here to the right and be confined in this single tile. This is where you can get your Paco fillet from. Everything else that is collected inside of these setups here in the middle will be dropped here on the left. The slightly more advanced option is this here. What makes this version more advanced, as you can see here on the right, there's almost no Paco that should travel to the right. Most of the Paco will travel to the left once each and every one of these setups is filled. And here again, number 3 has 4 Paco for whatever reason. Thank you, game, for letting me look bad below.
Still just watching football, I guess. GG's. Bit of Forzen, bit of football, bit of Switzerland.
They're such an irrelevant portion of the voting, voting block.
Chilling,
Doesn't matter.
answering questions from chat.
I'm not a Trump supporter, but I genuinely don't see why you think he's so apocalyptic for the country. You probably just don't believe in the same set of facts that I believe in. You live in a different world, so there's not really anything I can communicate to you. Why the fuck does this disk have like fucking 5 different partitions? Is that just a normal Windows thing? C, D, E, yeah. There are no virtual disks here. Do you support preferential voting? I don't have strong opinions on it. I haven't looked into it much. It might be good. I don't have any strong opinions
I
on
need
it.
like a water purifier.
You got a percentage right now. What are the chances Trump wins? I feel 45%. That's my feeling, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on compulsory voting? I think it's fine. I think it's fine to have compulsory voting. Yeah. Unmount a virtual drive. Just hit the eject button or right click, then click eject. There is no eject after a right click. Show more options, maybe? Nope. There's still context menus as well, which feels kind of strange, considering I uninstalled Google Drive. Oh wait, Google Drive is still running. What the fuck? I literally uninstalled this. How the fuck did this come back? What the fuck? What is happening? Disconnect. Oh, boom. There we go. Oh, that got rid of it. Fuck me. All right. Based. Hello. Based alert. Anybody based? Be on camera? Okay, there you go. Is that better? Why are you pretending that you live American values now? You literally rail against federalism all the time. Please explain how wanting to vastly expand the power of the state of America. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but the widest expanses of power under the state have been proposed by Donald Trump. Maybe in all of American history since the Civil War. Or I can't think of another president that has openly spoke of. Or maybe there are examples I missed it. Can you give me other historical examples of presidents saying that they want to suspend the Constitution? That have made public announcements to this to their voter base. I'll wait for examples. There you go. Jesus. Brutal. What a retarded fucking question. It's just like these things, they're not even funny to me. It just makes me angry. It just feels like I'm salty leg grinding. Assuming Biden does get elected, do you think he would be able to rhetorically unite the country? Don't you think Trump has a better chance of doing the above? What are you talking about? Trump's rhetoric is so unfathomably fucking divisive. The problem is that for conservatives, you just don't see people that disagree with you as human, because you're not human. I got him. Hit him with the no you. The mental gymnastics that Trumples go through to pretend that Trump is not like so unfathomably fucking divisive is just hilarious to me. Are you still optimistic about Biden's chances? Okay, so could you explain so I can stop dooming? I don't know. I'm hoping that, do I have to delete it? Yeah, delete all this shit. Delete this shit. Oh, don't care. Hopefully abortion and stuff still energizes the American voter base. 786 gigba free. Nice. There we go, boys. Okay. Conspiracy theory research 1. Conspiracy theories are boring. I thought before I started Vyvanse, I thought that like I can't believe I ever said that like I can't debate conspiracy theorists because it's just too much reading when it takes literally like 12 hours of like dedicated reading to debunk basically every fucking conspiracy theory. Fuck me. Okay. Let's put Google Drive back on this folder. Google Drive. Google. Oh, let's fucking change this shit. Why do you feel like your characterization of conservatives isn't unfair and similar to how someone on the right might take Hassan's views and characterize that as the left? Because I can point to descriptive, factual things that justify my argument, and Hassan can't, I would say. Although I don't think anybody even gives a fuck about that anymore. What are your main issues with RFK? Obviously, he's not going to win, but I'm a normie and some of his policy. I'm sorry, I just can't. You're too normie politics for this stream. I don't know why you're here right now. Asking me, like, the equivalent for anybody with any amount of political knowledge or ever, like, going up to somebody and be like, oh, so what I don't understand. What are your issues with RFK? It would be like me going up to Gordon Ramsay and saying, like, so I'm trying to figure out, because I've heard you give, like, really strong opinions on, like, well-done steaks and stuff like that. Can you tell me, like, why would you not drink, like, a diarrhea milkshake? I don't understand. I know some friends that have tried it, and it seems okay. Like, it's just diarrhea, you know, just liquid shit that comes out of people's assholes. Like, can you explain it? Like, no, I can't. And I don't want to. I don't care anymore. Yeah, I truly don't care. If you like RFK, you're way, way, way outside of anybody that I can communicate with in this realm. Do you think that Hassan believes he would beat you on an IP debate, or do you think he knows you have more knowledge on the subject? I think most of them realize at this point that that is a lost cause. Ben Burgess, except for maybe there might be people that haven't watched any of my content who like believe the memes online. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't know where Israel is on a map. I can debate him. That might have been Ben Burgess because he's heard the memes. And so he just decided to walk into that debate blind without knowing anything. But for, yeah, I don't know, for other people, they've seen me debating it, they probably are just like, yeah, let's just tweet. There's a reason why Dave Smith said that he doesn't want to debate me on that topic, but decided to debate Vosh on Breaking Points about, like, Ukraine. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Your take on Nate Silver? He seems to want a Biden replacement. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Nate Silver ended up becoming super salty and tries to drop like contrarian takes after 2016. He seems to be really, really ass mad at people. Probably unfairly maligned his voting model. And I just feel like every time I see him now, it's always like some liberal, anti-democratic party shit. But maybe not. Maybe I'm only seeing selective tweets. I could be incorrect on that take. No shot. Wait, what? Nate Silver is an RFK supporter? Absolutely zero chance that that's true. What are these VODs? Can I delete this one? Probably not. I probably should delete this again. Okay. Alright. Bridges. Odds. Okay. Let's call this. Bridges Studio. We are not all autists following politics as much as you. Tell people like us the reason why RFK is bad. My question would be like, can you tell me why RFK is good? Every time somebody's trying to link me a video of RFK, he just sounds wholly... No, he doesn't actually. No, I understand. I'm sorry. I understand why. There are people like RFK and Dave Smith that know enough like terms and know enough words that I guess they sound like they know what they're talking about, or they sound educated on a particular topic. But if you were to actually like, if you know what they're talking about, then you realize that they're like completely and totally lost. I don't know. I listened to RFK talk about the reoccurring war. It was just every single Russian talking point. I don't know. I've heard him was it vaccines? I don't remember. There's like two different things I think I've heard RFK speak on just both times. He just came off and it's just like another like copy pasted retard populist. Like that's just what he came off as. So I don't know like I don't know what people have heard about him that they like. I don't know what they've seen of RFK where you're like, oh, like yeah, that's my guy. I have no idea like what you could have possibly seen from RFK to make you think that. Do you feel like there's a tendency to avoid you now in the public sphere, the same way leftists became avoidant of debating right-wing people after they gained a cultural hegemony? Maybe. I don't know if it's because I actually don't know. Maybe it's fan bases, or maybe it's bad appearance. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I came off too aggressive on Twitter, but Candace got ass-pained before I said anything at all, I think. I'm trying to think if she got mad first or if I did the school thing first. But she also blatantly fucking lied. Like, bro, how do you lie that blatantly? Jesus Christ. Jordan Peterson got super ass-pained, and I wasn't mean at all about him. I don't know if that was just because of feedback from audiences or he felt like he didn't do good in the conversation, but it's so irritating that that I treat these people like actually like retarded children, like with literal kids' gloves, and then they and then they still like they get ass paint afterwards. Oh, true. Never mind, that's right. Candace was going off on me on fucking Fresh and Fit, so I started going off on her immediately after that. Yeah, fuck that, yeah. She literally walked from my house to Fresh and Fit and started crying like a little baby about me. Were you not allowed on Pierce Morgan Friday because of a sin? No, it's probably just got I responded too late. Their bookers message and like set shit up like all the time. you think that Americans are overblowing the financial issues in the U.S.? What are some common misconceptions you keep hearing? I don't know. I don't have a good enough understanding of macroecon to truly tackle things like national debt or whatever, or knowing like what's problematic or not. I'm not sure. Should Trump be able to extend executive powers if he wins? I mean, that's probably what he wants to do. I don't know. Jesus. RFK Jr. comes off as genuine and honest to the layman. He also seems eloquent and intelligent. Maybe that's because I'm not so informed about what he's actually talking about. He's also willing to converse more and engage with other people. He has hours of podcasts out there on the internet. Okay. Genuinity and honesty are not like enough traits to make somebody like admirable or respect. I'm sorry, bro. My brain is like just so negatively tuned right now. Like as soon as you type that, I just want you to know I had like the most condescending thoughts. Like I view you as like one of the most retarded fucking people on the planet. Just like listening, just seeing you type that just made me think so little of you. Oh fuck, my brain is rotted right now. I'm so sorry. If some guy walked up to you and he said, "Hey, yo, what's up? My name's Fred, and I really want to rape your 4-year-old child. I just think my cock is really gonna explode inside your fucking kid." Like, would you ever walk away saying like, "Man, that guy is so genuine and honest," you know? Say what you will about him, but he's genuine and honest. He's such a genuine, honest guy. Like, not many people would be willing to admit that. Like, you don't believe that. When you say that, like, oh, he comes off as genuine and honest, what you mean to say, but you're either too much of a spineless fuck, or you're too retarded to realize it. What you mean to say, I agree with what he says. That's what you mean to say. I hate that when people say like, oh, he's genuine and honest, like it's a compliment. What do you, he's genuine and honest about what? What does that mean? Who the fuck cares? God, it's such a stupid fucking compliment. God, I hate that. I read that, my brain just fucking rots. It's okay. I'm sorry, I love you. Did watching the last debate or SCOTUS decisions make you question how good the American system is when it produces such flawed candidates? You focus on the negatives of parliamentary systems, but focus on the positives of the American system. I don't know if the system is to blame here, for either one. The big problem with Biden, I don't know what caused this to happen. The big problem is that in the Democratic Party, there's a lot of old people that are like desperately hanging on to power, and I don't know why. You look at like Feinstein like dying in Congress. You look at like RBG being unwilling to step down until she dies as a Supreme Court justice. You look at like Pelosi and Schumer. How old is Schumer? Chuck Schumer age. Oh, 73. He's young. He's a young whippersnapper. Nancy Pelosi is 84. Yeah, like these people are all so old. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Assuming Joe kicks the bucket tomorrow, who would be the best candidate to replace him? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Nobody knows. People will say they know. People will pretend they know. But truly, nobody does know. They'll lie to you. They'll bullshit you. Remember, 70% of the country thought that DeSantis would pose a formidable threat to Donald Trump. Maybe not beat him, maybe, but the majority of the country thought that DeSantis would be a formidable opponent to Donald Trump, and he toppled in like months. It was like not even close. Like people were talking about his boots more than they were ever talking about him seriously as a candidate. It's really, really, really hard to predict who would ever, like who can do it. It's just hard. It's hard to make that prediction.
3. Why game? Why? The only key difference of this setup being the automation. I simply hook setups. Paku dropped, the door will. And here again, number 3 has 4 Paku for whatever.
I hope this isn't too far off topic, but it's been stuck in my head for a bit recently. Why do instruments even bother being in different keys? I I should know the answer to that, but I don't actually know. I feel like I've asked that question before. Probably because it makes the fingering simpler, would be my guess. But then couldn't you just make it like slightly longer or slightly shorter? I'm not sure. Oh, hi. Maybe? Oh. Wow, hey, thank you. Yeah, everybody keeps the shit
And with a
fucking
simple NOT gate that is
super.
connected to this door here, the door
Not that much.
to the left opens, and the door to the left also has a water spot, giving the power the close through until all of the setups are filled, like this. Then the door should close,
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
close this door, and
I think a minority or a woman can win this election if Biden drops out. A lot of the proposed Dem candidates are either minorities or women.
with
I
a
think
simple
minorities
NOT gate
probably can.
that
I
is
mean, we've
connected to
had
this door here,
black
the door to
president.
the left opens, and
Can a woman win though? Oof.
with a simple NOT gate that is connected.
As far as still living in your apartment, I have no idea. I think she is. But after like the whole weird Lauren Jasmine shit, that was the last one for me. I'm good. I'm good on that shit. Okay. Do do do. You can have two folders with the same name? How fucking weird is that? Boom, boom. Don't apologize, just explain why we're wrong. I just meant I don't actually know what he's talking about. So why do you think I agree with what he says? He's got videos talking about very personal things. It's one of the reasons I think he's genuine and honest. I think he has the right intentions, and I think he's selfless. That being said, I implore you to deep dive on RFK Jr. debunking these things because I also respect your opinion as rap. I mean, I watched his opinion video on Ukraine, and it's just him like copy pasting every Russian talking point about it. What like? Not to dick ride, but how is Biden not literally like one of the most like genuine fucking people? Like, the guy's been a senator for like 40, 50 years. Like every leaked thing of him ever usually just shows him being like a kind person, right? When conservatives were trying to demonize him over his texts to his son, it was like, I hope you get better, Biden, or I hope you get better, Hunter. I love you. Like, let me and mom know if you need anything. Like, how is Biden not a genuine figure? Like, how would you view? I don't know what you mean when you say genuine. Watch the Dave Smith versus Wash debate on Ukraine. I probably will tonight. I think we should, yeah. How do you debate slash address the people who see any criticism of Trump as TDS? I just block them. Or you just say TDSDS. Anybody who actually has like a saying to shirk off criticism is actually fucking unhinged. Are you doing something off screen? Well, I'm supposed to be reorganizing this folder. I'm playing like reading chat though. Okay, VOD's here. VOD's here. Okay. Do you RF? Is the Audio Only Bridges podcast the free version and you pay for the video? Maybe. I'm sure the video will be free for all eventually anyway. I think that the subscribers to the Patreon just get it like a week early or something. If you ever go on Joe Rogan where you do a deep dive into COVID vaccine research, he'll try to debate you on that. Sure. I mean, I'm familiar with most of the Joe Rogan conspiracies. The quartering responded. Ooh, what was his excuse to dodge me? Let's see. Happy to. Ooh. Are you free tonight? Smiley face. Otherwise, oh no, no smiley face. Otherwise, I'm streaming from 1 to 9 EST tomorrow. Do you trust governance 100%? No, I'm American. Nobody should trust governance 100%. That's unhinged. Okay. Google Drive search. And then we're going to move this to tools, scripts. When you lived in South Korea, what kind of shit did you like such dislike? My living there was literally there like less than a month in like a gaming house in Incheon. So I barely lived there. Okay, that's like a barely. Do you, the Democratic Party, should make the point that charisma is less important than its policy and democracy? You can't choose what people like. People like charismatic leaders. I don't think you can ever get away from that. I don't know if you should get away from that. It's probably important. Do you think our political system will heal if Trump loses, or do you think this is the beginning of a decline? I don't know. I truly don't know. The internet has completely mind-fucked our ability to, like, do anything. Is it not concerning that Operation Northwoods got approved by the Joint Chief of Staff and only got shut down when it reached the president? Also, is it reasonable to say that if it were another president other than JFK, then it likely would have gone ahead? I don't know if that's reasonable at all. There are plenty of people that potentially could have stopped that along different points of the way. But why? I don't understand why you would fix it on something from like the 60s. Like it's completely and totally, it's a totally different time, different domestic, different international policy, like what? I don't understand why your fixation on anything or why you relate any modern American political stuff to like propose hypothetical operations in the 60s. Welcome to Google Drive. Did you not read my question, or did you just ignore it? Jesus Christ. What do you tell people that say that Palestinians are not Hamas? I don't tell them anything. Palestinians are not Hamas. They are being manipulated by Hamas, and that the acts of violence Hamas has committed do not represent the Palestinians and Israel. It's doing other people is inexcusable. Oh, I don't believe any of that. What do you mean? Israel has a reason for war. They're allowed to conduct war. They can't kill too many civilians. Like, none of that. Like that whole line of questioning is not like that relevant. I don't think. Okay. Back up. Don't care about this. Next. No. Wait, how the fuck do I make Google Drive like root itself in use like use a different disk? No, why, bro? Can you explain why Biden increasing taxes, regulations, spending and benefits, ideal leftist policies resulted in inflation and more economic dissatisfaction than Trump reducing them? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, inflation, why would increasing taxes increase inflation? If anything, spending more would increase inflation. So Donald Trump was overseeing a booming economy. It had been since Obama, and he deficit spent even harder. He cut taxes. He didn't pair it with spending cuts. That would be an example of something that would increase inflation. When you're talking about regulation, spending and benefits, regulations can be good or bad. It just depends on the regulation. Anybody that's against regulations, like as soon as you say like we need to reduce regulations on what, child porn? Reduce regulations on what, bestiality? Reduce regulations on what? Driver's licenses? What do you mean reduce regulation? On immigration? Do you want open borders? From now on, every single time a conservative says we need to reduce regulation, I'm going to say, oh, so you're pro open borders and you're pro late term abortion. Any time you say we need to reduce regulations, you're telling me that you want child pornography, you want open borders, and you want late term abortions. That's what you're telling me. That's a meaningless statement. The statement means nothing. It's given without thought and considered without thought, and accepted because it matches your political dogma. It's fucking stupid. The fact that Destiny hasn't endorsed removing Biden shows he likely signed a contract with the campaign, not because he needs the money, but because he legit cares about the cause. But now he's stuck with an indefensible take. Very sad. True. Okay. I have a virtual disk called Google Drive G. Do you think I need to, like, move the cache? Like, the Google Drive G is the same size as my local disk C, but I'd rather have it, if it's doing anything with files, I want it to do that on my Drive D. Preferences, Google streaming location. Stream Google Drive. Oh, look at you, bro. Aren't you just the smartest little fucking cookie? God, I just want to fuck your face. Who said that? Furtive. I just want to throttle you. I just want to shove my gripped cock down your gentlemanly throat. Thank you so much. Select folder. I'm going to click select folder and it's going to say, cannot do in root directory. The selected folder must be empty. It literally is empty. probably can't do a root directory. Okay. That's okay. Right click, new. Folder. Google Drive. Ooh, I'm gonna make a folder called Google Drive, and I'm gonna select this, and then it'll make another folder called Google Drive. Ooh. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. Google Drive. Oh my god, it worked. Okay. My Drive. VODs. No. Bridges Studio. Bridges Studio VODs. Select folder. Okay. Now, did the script change, or do I have to manually edit the fucking script first? Oh, nice. It tries to open it with Python. That opens a black box and then immediately closes. That's fucking epic. That's so... One of the most epic things is that we're in the year 2024, and there are still things that when you double-click them on Windows, terminal opens, and then it instantaneously closes. I love that. I think it's so intuitive, and it makes sense. Like, why would you not have that feature still on your operating system after 50 fucking years of existing? Like, who knows what just opened, and maybe it ran with admin, and maybe it just fucking put a keylogger on my... I don't even know. I don't care. I just double-click it 30 fucking times. I'm gripping it in. Gripping it right in. Yes! Okay, edit in Notepad. GU. My Drive. You always say that Israel has the right to conduct war, but I don't think you've defended that assertion. I don't think one attack with 1,000 dead is enough for full-on regime change. Why do you? Because it's been a hostile regime towards the state of Israel for literally the entirety of their fucking existence. And nothing seems to have stopped them so far. So now it's time for removal. Time to be removed. Okay, G slash... Oh, okay. D... colon slash slash. Because we need 2 slashes. Google Drive. Slash slash. My Drive. Slash slash. No, other slash. Bridges. Studio. Slash slash. Lights. Okay. Control S. Save. Boom, boom. Okay. Google Drive. Bridges. The question is will it work? Okay, let's try stop recording for OBS. Let's see if this crashes OBS. Check your deranged YouTube donos. Okay. It's recording. Recording save. Oh my god, and it moves automatically because I'm a scripting fucking god. I am a god. I'm a programmer. I'm a software engineer, I mean, sorry. At Destiny, if you don't understand the basic notion that lowering taxes results in more investment, innovation, and growth, stop calling yourself a fucking capitalist. Jesus fucking Christ. What do taxes have to do with investment, innovation, and growth? Can you explain?
Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. My name is Ninos, and I will be your guide on this tutorial on how to tame a... Let me build things out of...
Do you believe that too much stimulus handed out during the pandemic is partly the reason for the inflation? Probably. I'm sure that factored into it. Although I'm pretty sure the world is experiencing inflation as well, right? Didn't Destiny claim multiple times that he's the experience equivalent of a third-year comp sci student? That was in the past, bro. Now I would say I'm probably master's level. I think my experience would probably be about, let's say I would estimate like a senior dev at probably like Amazon or something, or Facebook maybe. I'm done with all this computer shit. Oh, I need to upload these 3 files. There's a problem with this drive? No, there's not. Don't even pretend. Don't even act like that. That's not even funny. Don't troll me like that. Destiny, you were wrong when you said strict liability crimes don't need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Your mom needs to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You don't have to prove any criminal intent beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, you would still have to prove the act. Do you think we are in a housing affordability crisis? And if so, what are some policies the president can enact to counter? I don't know. Don't ask me any questions about that. I have no idea. Here's a question. If we're in a housing affordability crisis, how the fuck is everybody affording a house? Why the fuck are the prices still going up? Who the fuck is paying for these things? That's what I want to know. Everybody keeps saying housing's unaffordable. Then why the fuck do the prices keep going up? Who's buying them? Who's renting? a growing number of people who can't. That's why rates of homelessness are skyrocketing. Is that really the case? Isn't a value statement to say you think young people and first-time homebuyers should exist a less severe market relative to income? I don't know what that sentence means, but I'm pretty sure young homebuyers are about at the same percentages they have been in the past few generations, so. Want to go upstairs and stream? I will. I need to upload these 3 cards, and then I will go upstairs. I'll probably do Vosh's debate. What made you decide to take extended release Vyvanse and not the quick release? Probably because quick release Vyvanse doesn't exist. Me gripping a load quickly into your mom does, though. Kick contract stuff. I don't know. I need to book a meeting with him. I haven't even had time to I haven't had time to book a meeting with him yet. Our camera says automatically name
because
files, so
that
they
will
can't
not
be
work.
confused.
So anything in here, make the
that
wires out of
possible?
iron. That will make it safe. I'll make this stuff.
That's not
up
true.
here out
Taxes
of lead
always
because,
create
well,
dead labor
lead is
dead
abundant
weight
and,
loss.
I don't
Bro,
wanna
we
use
should just
my
set
iron for
taxes
this
to
kind of thing.
0, and then we'd have an infinite economy.
Let's jump over to
That'd be based.
safe. I'll make this stuff up here out of lead because, well, lead is abundant and I don't want to. Use my iron for this kind of thing. Let's jump over to the because that will not work. And then have everything else inserted in here. We are then working on this conveyor overlay, and then we look at the next. I make these steam turbines out of gold.
We should set taxes to 0. We would also need to make some other monetary policy changes. True. I think that taxes should be 0, and then I think that we need to go back to the gold standard and get rid of all fiat currency. Oh, we can have a fiat currency. Well, we can print some currency, but it has to be backed up by gold 100%. That would be so cool. I think that would be the strongest economy in the world. I can't believe not a single other country has ever tried to do that in recent history with good results. I can't believe everybody is choosing to do the thing that is so obviously bad, because I've seen some YouTubers talk about how bad fiat currency is and how bad central banking is and how based and big-dicked cryptocurrency is. I can't believe how stupid policymakers are that they don't just set taxes to 0 to infinitely grow their economy. It's so fucking dumb. It must be because of corrupt politicians.
Just to show that you don't need to make it out of steel, because we need to be able to cool this down. We are then working on this one. This is slowly going to heating up, but we also have an active.
How would you compare your experience between brutal and environments? I never tried brutal. Fuck that. What are your thoughts on both the bump stock ruling and the ruling on federal judges needing to rule on stuff like that? Chevron? We haven't read it yet. It's sitting upstairs.
Now sending a red signal. We don't want this to... to put in more. It still has a lot of stuff in here, but now sending a red signal. We don't want this to put in more. It's still...
Let's grip, guys.
Still has a lot of stuff in here, but at least we don't want it to get more stuff in here because we don't want the temperature ideally to be more than 200 degrees, but it's kind of hard to control.
How are we doing? These are gonna take like 30 more minutes to upload. Or I guess I can just go on camera. Hold on. Is anybody else gripping right now? Wait. Testing. 1, 2. Well, no, never mind. Fuck it. Did I leave this mic on or did I fuck the... One second. I turned the right one on. Fuck! Is this the mic that's on? Hello? Hello? Yes, this is the mic that's on. Okay, good job. Camera here for me. I hope. I don't know if it still works. else gripping right now? Look at how fucking thin this is. Are you jelly? Look at how thin my goddamn... It's so thin. Every time a new Apple product comes out, the first thing I do is I run home and I compare its thinness to other Apple products. So I'm gonna be excited for how thin my brand new super thin. thing is. God, I love the thinness. What products to use for your hair? Well, right now I'm using water. Sometimes though I use a little bit of water.
This kind of thing here. What we see now is that then it got another batch in here. So basically, all the stuff that is exported will constantly an active cooling. So that was the.
Oh, and I've just got this mic. Hold on. Swapping out my cards. Oh.
The rail to steam engines.
Okay.
To the main grid in our power spine. Once we have that heated up, hooked up, then we can just take a single large transformer and then have everything else served in here as a single network, because it's going to be less than 2000. I make this wire here out of lead because it's in a safe location, but anything going down here has to be made out of iron, because it will, if you make it out of lead, then you're going to have a bad time. So as you build this,
Could you move the other 3 mics out of frame? You know, I could, but I'm too lazy. I just have to, I'm waiting for those files to transfer, and then I'll go upstairs and watch Vouch's debates. Is there anything else we would need to talk about?
going through. Cool room, actually consuming. So do is have this pipe because it's in a safe.
You learn anything interesting about the Middle
Found
East
again.
recently?
And we have here
Nope.
20
Those lights
are
are
made
way
out
too
of,
fucking bright, by
of
the
steel
way.
because they are
Yeah.
going to be very, very hot in here.
How's your beard thing going? I think it's mostly back. I think there's still a couple hairs that are a little white, but I think they're growing in. That's not a Subaru WRX. Cringe.
The liquid thermal sensor are made out of steel because
Wow, glad I could be reduced to a fucking living meme. Did you see anything about the UK general election? Polling points to Labour is going to get a supermajority. I heard, I saw, I don't have strong opinions about UK politics, so... What'd you do about your beard thing? It was starting to come back on its own, and then I did some steroid shots. I don't know how much of it just came back on its own versus the steroid things that helped, but if you have the alopecia areata, it should come back on its own eventually. I don't know if the steroid shots actually will determine if it does or doesn't, or if it just maybe accelerates it a little bit, but I don't know. Would you rather have herpes or catch syphilis? I think probably syphilis is curable, isn't it? She said Dr. Mike talked to Dr. Mike. I did indeed see that YouTube video title.
because they are going to be very, very hot in here. So you need to make sure that they can handle the heat.
Would you rather have asymptomatic herpes or syphilis? I mean, it's kind of a trick question. If you have asymptomatic herpes, I'd say arguably that means you can never spread it, but I mean, theoretically, you can shed the virus at brief periods of time without showing symptoms, but I don't know. How did your voice change so much over the years?
This loop here, it
Every
goes
time I fuck
in
your
here,
mom, I get a little bit more Giga Chad, so it's been Giga Chatting out. Did the quarter guy respond to you? I don't know. Check Twitter. I tweeted at him, and I said either tonight or tomorrow.
Goes on a drip dropping down, and then it's going to be just fine.
I don't know either of those people, Harry. I'm sorry. They sound like yappers. Was your original interest in that book? The Dr. Mordecai Kadar recommended it to me, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Hey, like 3 to 4 hours ago, you mentioned no one believes me when I congratulated you for going ham on Tim Pool, Lawrence Heather, etc. Did you ever elaborate? I said no one believes me. I don't even know what I said that to. He did respond.
Fine. The
I
last
said, are
tip
you free
is
tonight? Otherwise, I'm streaming from 1 to 9
on how to export, how to top up more water into the steam here. Reason itself, if we go click 100 degrees transformer and then have everything else, the rail don't need to dissipate it at 2 minutes out of lead because network degrees thermal sensor are made out of steel
You
because
focused on video
they can get
games? Or do you have any interest in video games?
temperature.
Yeah. Once Factorio
Basically,
2
all I
comes
wanted
out,
to-
oh boy.
Next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.
You're saying nobody believes you. Oh, just when I said like in terms of like why, how I feel about the things that I feel about. But that's okay. any advice for AI researcher wanting to making YouTube videos adjacent to your stuff? Why don't you just ask your AI? Boom. Got him. What do you think of Shapiro unironically saying Biden is an unprincipled, corrupt, self-serving investor? I mean, it's obviously fucking retarded. What am I supposed to say? It's like, obviously. It's like people will get online, people will get on Twitter and they'll be like, I don't like Biden because he has 7 arms. And then it's just like,
Worry when we
okay,
already
what am I?
26
I don't know.
kilos in steam turbines. So we don't want to have anything on the pipe at any given, except when we are transferring. So for that reason, we have installed it like this. I have built a steel pump and a steel meter in here.
You shot your enemy. Any strong feelings on the Bowman loss in New York primary for telling a swing back from very progressive stuff? Hasn't that already been happening? Didn't that
There are
happen
no
a few years ago
automation
with Nina
because the
Turner and everything
automation is
else?
handled by the meter itself. If we go click on the meter, then it says
Do you think you need to fight outright lying
zero
more? It's a
amount.
huge problem.
And if I change
I mean,
this
they don't
to say
platform
I
the
want
people that
full
will
rocket,
fight against them. It's all circle jerks. So what, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Every time
Like,
you
these
want
people will
full
just bring
rocket,
other
we're
people
gonna
on
have
and they'll
to have
circle
a-
jerk and congratulate themselves, and that's it. But yeah, I don't know. I have ideas. I just need to reorganize my brain. We'll start tonight with Vosh versus Dave Smith. Check these uploads. Hold on. Okay. Ugh, fuck me. I'm going to how long is that Dave Smith Vouch debate? Heated debate. Oh, it's only an hour. I'm gonna finish transferring the last Carter files. We're gonna go upstairs. And I'll do the Vosh Dave Smith debate tonight. Okay? Sounds like it could be fun, but it's not going to be. In the meantime, grip hard. Keep gripping. Grip as hard as you possibly can. Don't ever let anybody out grip you, okay?
We need a new design. They killed the infinite each and every one of. We do have 115 Paku and a single egg. Same here for the filter. I set this to fry egg. Managing that you would need, I prefer it dumped into conveyor involved. There's no easy way to prevent this, but you can add another of the only key difference and the door. Below, you can set it at up to 832 kilocalories. Go away. At the moment we do have green signal, like so. As soon as we hit 3, this should send a green signal. Like this, the green. Green signal, then traveling to the NOT gate, changing to red signal, and closing this off. Paco, please go away. At the moment we do have 4, which is too much. Let's get rid of this one, and get rid of this one. So at the moment we only have 2 Paco, and if this Paco now flops inside of our setup right here, the sensor should detect it. And with that we come to the setup that percent per cycle. Personally, of course, you can have this as a manual version, but considering the micromanaging that you would need, I prefer the automatic version over the manual version. Starting with the size, we do have exactly 16 tiles, meaning we can house exactly 2 Paku without them being crowded. We do have 3 Paku inside of that, because we also have the waterfall. Waterfall giving the cozy buff for the Paku, happiness +1, giving us a happiness of 4 overall, because 8 from feeder is +5, cozy is +1, tame -1, and because we have 1 Paku too many in here, another -1, giving us an overall happiness of 4, and still the reproduction rate of 67% per cycle. Personally, I think this is the optimal size, because 8 tiles will give you 1 Paku, 16 tiles will give you 2 Paku, and 16 tiles plus the waterfall will give you 3 Paku. You could just have 9 tiles and a waterfall for 2 Paku as well, but I just couldn't cram in all the equipment that I need for this to run. So this seems to be the sweet spot. So how does this work? It is pretty simple. Each one of these little setups has a critter sensor. The critter sensor is set to below 3. It is connected to the door, and if it realizes that we do not have enough Paku inside the room, like this, the door will open. Once the Paku is full enough and dies, the meat will get collected, dumped inside of the conveyor loader, and transported to the left side. If the Paku lays an egg, like this, the egg is collected, dumped in the conveyor loader, and transported to the right side. This sensor here checks for fry egg, and only if it is a fry egg, it will be dumped through this conveyor chute to the right side. Any other Pacus will be dumped to the left, because it is just easier that way. If a Pacu hatches, and there are still setups here with not enough Pacu in it, the Pacu will flop to the right to get to this waterfall here. This makes the pathfinding easier, and Pacu will flop faster to your setups. Once they drop, the door will close, and we should have exactly 3 Pacu. And because nothing works like it should when you record it, we do have 4 Pacu. Let me show you the timelapse where this happened. We do have 2 Pacu inside of our range, and it seems like we're adding exactly 1 more Pacu, but it actually has been involved. There's no easy way to prevent this, but you can add another to automated notifier. The automated notifier, sit in. And there we are. And now back to how it should work if it works properly. In the setup right here to the right, we only have 2 Pacu. Now the third Pacu dropped, the door will close. And there we are. And now back to how it should work if it works properly. In the setup right here to the right, we only have 2 Pacu. Now the third Pacu dropped, the door will close, and we have the optimal amount of Pacu inside of here. Every additional Pacu that hatches from the left side will find its way here to the right and be confined in this single tile. This is where you can get your Pacu fillet from. Everything else that is collected inside of these setups here in the middle will be dropped here on the left. The slightly more advanced option is this here. What makes this version more advanced, as you can see here on the right, there's almost no Pacu that should travel to the right. Most of the Pacu will travel to the left once each and every one of these setups is filled. And here again, number 3 has 4 Pacu for whatever reason. Thank you game for letting me look bad below 3. Why game? Why? The only key difference of this setup being the automation, I simply hook up a filter gate. The timing of this is not of relevance, just to keep this door open if the setups are not completely full. Let's drop this Paku here to the left. The setups are not completely full, meaning if this door is open, this door is open, or if this door is open, this door here to the left is open, letting the Pakus through until all of the setups are filled, like this. Then the door should close this door, and with a simple NOT gate that's connected to this door here, the door to the left opens, and the door to the left also has a water spot, giving the Paku a reason for pathfinding to the left and collecting them all here. I just added a pneumatic door and a few tiles above, so we can count with this filter sensor how many Paku we have inside of it. We do have 115 Paku and a single egg. Same here for the filter. I set this to fry egg, meaning the egg here on the left is probably a tropical Paku egg, or the what it calls without fried egg here on the left. What I also did in both setups is I have a storage bin here on the inside that is filled either with algae or with seeds. Storage bin with algae or with plant seeds helps to keep the fish feeders filled so your dupes don't have to combine and fill them manually from the top. Of course, you could also automatically fill them from down below by placing an auto super in these spots right here. Then you can have another storage bin filled with seeds or algae down here, and it will autofill the storage bins inside. Or the simpler solution, if you actually run out of food inside of these storage bins, just have your duplicant on top, bring some algae or some seeds. Just like this. If the setup number 3 keeps bugging out for some reason, you can also try implementing a simple NOT gate. And instead of setting the filter sensor to below, you can set it to above 2, for example. So as soon as we hit 3, this should send a green signal, like this. The green signal
leave some of it here.
You've got some here right now.
Yeah, I
You're
brought in a whole
assuming-
bunch of this stuff from the. I just didn't take it upstairs there.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're taking it upstairs, so leave some of the Red Bull or your. I won't drink it. I don't want sugar. Red Bull.
Well, what if somebody else drinks?
There's nobody else in here but you and Dan now.
What about your mom? Oh,
My mom is much healthier.
oh, your mom. Oh, your mama. Oh, your mama.
Good one. Vanilla
Thank you.
Destroyed.
Oh, hello, hello. Oh, hello. Oh.
Camera on yourself? Do you want me to turn one around for you?
No, fuck the camera. They don't want to see me anyway. They don't care. A quick workflow thing. No, don't do it.
Hold on. Ready?
I'm just gonna move over there.
Ready?
No, I'm gonna move over there. I don't even have it set to me. It won't even make sense.